Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to make a really cute bracelet using materials from Potomac Beads Best Bead Box XL. Now, it's okay if you didn't get this month's subscription because I will have links to all of the beads that I used from the box down there below in the description bar so you can make the same bracelet along with me. Now, everything I am using is from the box except for my fireline. So I'm going to go over the material list with you guys real quick and tell you everything you will need to make this bracelet. So you're going to need to cut 4 feet of 8-pound fireline. I already have mine cut. And you're going to need 2 size 10 beading needles. And for the beads, you will need 5 7x15mm PC novettes, 36 Diamondduo mini beads, 20 2-0 miyuki seed beads, 40 O beads, 37 2mm PC rondelles, 11 O seed beads, these are miyuki by the way, and a cup button. And again, this is the list of materials, and I will have links for all of these down there below in the description bar. To start this bracelet, I'm going to pick up an 11 O seed bead, a 2mm rondelle, and an 11 O seed bead. And I'm going to take my cup button, slide those 3 beads down, and I'm going to go through one side here on the rounded side, okay, and then take my other needle and go through the other hole, just like this. Now I made sure that my thread was even on both sides of my needles, and I'm bringing this down here to the center, and this is what my button looks like. Now what I'm going to do, separate my needles here. I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads on each needle, 3, 4, a rondelle, okay, just one, and then a seed bead. Just like that. Slide it down. I'm going to do the same on this side. 4, a rondelle, and a seed bead. Okay? Just like that. Both sides have the same. And put my needles together and bring this down. Okay, so now I have what looks like this. And then I'm going to pick up my Diamondduo bead, and these are the mini ones. And I'm going to pass both of my needles through the bead, just like this. Okay, bring this down. Now I will be coming back down this way, so I don't have to reinforce this right now. So I'm going to keep going, working in this direction. And I was going to do this with one needle, but I think it would be more confusing, believe it or not. So that's why I'm going to show you guys how to do it this way, because I feel that it's easier to understand. Now, what I'm going to do is pick up a Diamondduo bead, okay, and mine's laying the right side up here. So I'm just going to lay this down right here to show you. Okay, laying right side up. I'm going to go through the bottom hole like this. I'm working with, let me make sure that you can see. I'm going to work with one side at a time. Okay, so I went through the bead this way, okay, coming out here, and then I'm going to pick up one seed bead and then another Diamondduo, just like this, so both of them are going in this direction, okay, and then I'm going to pick up another Diamondduo, but this time I'm going through the other hole, so it looks like this. Now I'm going to pass these beads down, and I'm going to hold this here, and I'm going to go through the other needle and pick up my Diamondduos. Okay, now this time I'll lay these down so you could see. I'm going to be passing through the top hole before I went to the bottom hole. So coming out the bottom here of my Diamondduo, I'm going to pick up a Diamondduo going to the top like this, with the top of it facing up, and then I need one seed bead and then a Diamondduo, and I'm going to go through the top just like this, Okay, and then I'm going to pass my other needle through this Diamondduo here. Okay, and then I'm going to pass both of the needles through, bring all of this down so you can see my pattern. And this is what I have. Okay, I know the color is kind of hard to tell what's going on, but that's what I have. Okay, now I'm going to split the needles again, and I'm going to work with one side at a time. Alright, the next thing I'm going to pick up is a seed bead, a rondelle. I'm going to pick up an O bead, okay, just like that. And then I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads. And then I'm going to pick up a 2O seed bead. And I have it so that 311 seed beads is the same width as the 2O seed bead, and when you work with these 2O seed beads you do want to use a large cord with them, but for a project like this, because these look so incredible with the Diamondduos, I really wanted to use them. So I'm just filling the hole with the 11O seed beads, and then I have on the side here the O beads to keep this bead still. So after I have my 311Os, my 2O seed bead, I'm going to pick up another 2O, or not 2O, O bead is what I meant to say. Alright, and then I have my novette bead here, and I have to see which thread do I have. I have the bottom thread, so that means I have to go through the bottom hole on my novette bead. Okay, just like that. And slide this down. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And then I can keep going and finish this section here, I guess. So then I'm going to pick up another O bead. I have to do 3 11s. It's always going to be 3 11s under the 2O. Okay, then my 2O seed bead, and then my O bead, and then my little rondelle, a seed bead, and then my Diamondduo. And I'm working on the bottom here, so that means I have to go through the bottom hole on the Diamondduo. Okay, like that. Slide it down. Now I'm going to go to the other needle and repeat the same thing on that side that I just did here. So again, going to the other one, I think I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. Pick up a seed bead, a rondelle, O bead, 3 seed beads, 2O, O bead. Just like that. Slide those down. Go through this bead here. And by the way, this is constantly going to be getting loose on us, so don't worry about this. And if your button is not centered in your thread, that's okay. Because when we get to the very end and we go to add our button loop, we're going to make sure that this is centered one last time before we go back down and do the sides, okay? So I'm going to go back to the top thread again. I'm going to pick up an O bead, 3 seed beads, okay, my 2 O seed bead, and then it's supposed to be O bead, and then my rondelle, and then a seed bead, and then I'm going to go through the top hole here on the Diamondduo. Okay, and you can hold this up like this, pull the beads down. This is what it looks like so far. Those colors are really cool together. Okay, now we're going to be repeating the Diamondduo part again. So on the top and bottom thread, let's just separate these. We're going to pick up 2 Diamondduos. I'm going to go through the Diamondduo on the bottom hole, so facing up, pass to the bottom, and then pick up a seed bead, and then another Diamondduo again on the bottom hole, just like this. Okay, slide those down. go to the other needle, pick up a Diamondduo, but this time on the top. So with the bead laying face up, go through the top of the bead, pick up a seed bead, and then to the top of the next Diamondduo, like that. Slide that down, okay? And then I'm going to pick up a Diamondduo, again, go through the bottom hole, and then hold this and take my other needle and go through the top hole, like that, and slide this bead down. Okay, so this is what I have, and I have to pick up, now I'm going to separate my threads again, pick up a seed bead, a rondelle, an O bead, 3 seed beads, a 2O seed bead, an O bead, and I have to do that, so that means every time, so something that I kept messing up with, and I almost did it again, is I keep thinking that I need a rondelle on each end of the O bead, but when I was designing this I did that, but I ended up eliminating it because I realized that the novette set better against these O beads, because it's kind of like a washer. See how flat that is? The novette sits much better beside the O bead. So after I do the O bead, I have to remember to pick up the novette, and I'm using my top thread. That means I have to go through the top hole like this. See how it sits there? Nicely flush against the side. Alright, so going down like that. I'm going to go to my other needle, pick up 1 seed bead, rondelle, O bead, 3 seed beads, okay, 2O seed bead, O bead, just like that. And again, I'm going for the novette, so don't pick up the rondelle, Alicia, you don't need it. Go through there. Alright, and slide this down. Okay, just like that. Coming out of the novette, I have to pick up an O bead, and then 3 11s, and then my 2O, and an O bead. And this time I'm coming up to the Diamondduos again, so that means I have to do a 2mm rondelle, and a seed bead, and then my Diamondduo. Okay, and I'm just going to lay this down here. So I'm using the bottom needle, so that means I have to go through the bottom of the Diamondduo bead and slide that down. Okay. Then I'm going to take my other needle, pick up an O bead, 3 seed beads, a 2O, an O bead, a rondelle, and a seed bead. Just like that. Slide that down and go through the next hole here on this Diamondduo. Pass through and bring this bead down. Okay, just like that. So I'm just going to be repeating. Alright, I am back, and there's a really bad storm outside right now, which stinks because that means I won't be able to take pictures today and get this video up as soon as I can. I'll be having to take pictures tomorrow and then edit the day after that, so that stinks. But anyways, at least I'm able to film right now. So I'm doing the loop for the button, and whenever I do loops for the cut button, I always measure 1 inch, a quarter, and 1 extra seed bead. That is the perfect length for the cut button. Any bigger, I find that the cut button could pass right through my seed bead loop and I could lose my bracelet. So I always make it the perfect size every time. But this time, because of my loop and how I'm going to be working on the sides of the bracelet, I have to pick up a rondelle with my seed beads on both sides of this. So, measuring this, it is 1 inch, a quarter, and 1 extra seed bead. It is perfect, right? But I had to put a rondelle in here and there. So coming out of the Diamondduo, I pick up one seed bead, a rondelle, seed beads, a rondelle, and then one seed bead. Now I did measure or count these, and I don't normally do this because whenever I make this, I have used different seed beads before in the past, and I find that all different seed bead brands are different. So for example, Toho seed beads are much thicker and bigger, I find, than Miyuki seed beads, and I kind of find that Czech and Miyuki are more similar to each other, but sometimes Czech can also be smaller than Miyuki seed beads. So anyways, I don't normally count them, but if you are using Miyuki, the same brand I am, I do have 20 11/0s in between the 2mm rondelles, okay? So I'm going to slide all of these down, okay, so it looks like this, and then I'm going to take my other needle and I'm going to pass through all of these seed beads. Okay, I'm going to go through all of them, and this here, by the way, is the last time we are going to be down here at this spot, so I do need to reinforce this now, because I'm going to be working that way down the bracelet, and once I get to the button, I'm not turning around. I'm going to turn around and tie knots, but I'm not going to have enough length to get back to this spot. So I will be tying my knots now. And to make sure that this is tight, I'm just holding this up and let all those beads fall. And then I'm going to pull both of my threads like that. And that's what I have. Okay, and then I'm going to light like this. And I need to do, pull this tight, pull this tight, pull both sides tight. I need to turn around. This side's won't let loose on me. I'll go through the Diamondduo, then I'll tighten it up, okay? So I'm going to go through this Diamondduo right here. I'm on the right side. I'm going to do the same thing with both. This is just to tighten up my work. Through there, pull it tight. Go to my other needle, go through the Diamondduo, straight up, pull it tight. Okay, I'm going to make sure that this is tight before I go any further, and once I know that it's tight, then I'm going to reinforce this. Because once I reinforce this, there's no tightening it up again. It's going to stay like that unless I undo this. Alright, so just making sure all my beads are sitting right. Looks good. I'm now going to reinforce. Alright, so to do that, I'm going to take my needle, I'm going to sew down through the Diamondduo. I'm going with my right thread. Go down this side. Okay. Going down. We'll pull both tight. And I'm just going to go all the way around this loop of seed beads here. And I need to exit out the rondelle, because that's where we're going to be adding our new beads, is right out of that bead. Okay, so right out of the rondelle. And also it's kind of like a marker. Okay, and then I'm going to take my other needle, go down the Diamondduo. So we're going to have 4 thread paths here. That's great. That means the closure is going to be very strong on this piece. Okay, I'm going to go down through all of these beads again with the other thread. Come on. There we go. I'm trying to get through as many as I can in one shot. And then go this way. And then down and exit out the rondelle. Alright. So I'm going to lay it like this, separate my threads, and this part here is very simple, and it's pretty quick because we're only decorating around the Diamondduo beads. So I'm going to zoom in. Okay, coming out the rondelle, I'm going to pick up 2 11-ohs, and I'm going to go through this Diamondduo. So yeah, I would say that the most confusing part of this bracelet was picking up all those beads earlier, because we had so many we were doing. And now an 11-oh, a rondelle, and an 11-oh. Just like that. Man, the thunder is so bad out there. Okay, hold that. See that there? Pick up 2 seed beads. Again. And go through the rondelle. But this time we're actually going to pass through the O bead, all the 11-ohs inside the 2-oh, through the 2-oh, through the novette here, through all of these, and we're going to exit out that rondelle. So we're going through all of these beads in one shot, just like that. Okay, and my needle is trying to come off, so I'll slide that back down. Okay, so here I am again, down here at the Diamondduos, and again I'm going to pick up 2 beads, go through the Diamondduo, pick up 1 11-oh, a rondelle, an 11-oh, and by the way, I did try altering this piece several times, and there were little things here and there that I kept having to change. I must have took this apart like 4 times. Like, the design itself seems pretty simple, but there were just these areas that were acting up on me, and I kept having to go back through it and fix little things here and there. And it could be like the simplest thing of like exiting out of this rondelle or that seed bead would change how the piece laid. It would lay weird. So anyways, I just picked up 2 seed beads. I'm going to go through all of these. So I do recommend, what I'm trying to say is that you do this bracelet the same exact way that I'm doing it, because if you don't, you will have problems, because I've tried doing it multiple ways. Okay, so I passed through all of those, and now I'm going to go to this side, and I'm going to flip this upside down because I'm right-handed, but I just want to show you guys what this looks like done on both sides. Alright, so over here, and again I flipped the piece upside down, pick up 2 seed beads, go through this one, mini Diamondduo, and then a seed bead, a rondelle, and a seed bead, and then through the Diamondduo, just like that. Okay, then 2 seed beads again, and then through the rondelle, and all of these beads, exiting out that rondelle at the top. And pull it tight, like that. And I'll flip it over and show you that's what the top looks like. This color is so incredible. I love that. Alright, I'm back over here. I'm going to complete this side. 2 seed beads through the Diamondduo, 1 seed bead, 1 rondelle, 1 seed bead through the Diamondduo. Oops, I picked up a 2nd seed bead. Sometimes they like to hop on when I'm not looking. Okay, so I'm just going to go through there, get him off, and go through my Diamondduo. Okay, then pick up 2 seed beads and through the rondelle. And all of these other beads along with it. Actually probably best that you work on this from the back side because of the novette, and you could skip. Oh, I did, look at that. I accidentally skipped over those holes. See that? So I need to back that out, which is no big deal. But yeah, it does make sense to do it on this side. So to fix this, I'm just going to slide my needle off, because if I don't and if I back through here, it's going to cause me to get stuck inside those beads. So I'm just passing this through, put my needle back on, and I'm going to continue to work on this from the back side so I don't skip the novette again. Okay, so I have to go through here and out that rondelle. Good thing we caught that. Okay, and pull both of these tight and show you what it looks like from the front. That's the front. So I'm gonna keep going and doing this, and like I said, I'm gonna work on the back side to make sure I don't skip those novette beads. I'm back, and I did the whole length of my bracelet, as you can see, and I'm down here, and I have to pick up 2 seed beads. Okay, and I'm gonna go through this rondelle, and then I'm gonna go through all of those seed beads and through the cut button, and we're gonna turn around. We're reinforcing this right now. Make sure that when you come up to the cut button, that you pass through that seed bead right there. Okay, it'll take a little bit of wiggling, but you will get through it. There we go. Okay, just like that. Going through all of those. Pull that tight so it looks like this. And then I'm going to go through the rondelle, and you can only go through the middle bead like this. Okay, you can't go through that one there on the side until you go straight down, just because of all these angles that we're at. And you want to go through the rondelle. Or should I go that way? You know what? I think I'm going to go straight. I'm going to go like this through all of those beads there. Well, and my thread's trying to come off, but you know what? I'm going to take my needle off right here, because I will start tying my knots with my other needle, and I don't want to get poked. So I'm going to take that one off, and I'll put the needle back on later when I go to tie knots on that side. Okay, so 2 seed beads on this side now. Go up through that rondelle. We're going to do the same thing. May have to bend it. Okay, through all of these. Up through the top of the button, through that seed bead there at the top. Pass through. Pull it tight, turn, go through the middle bead there, and then straight down. Through all the seed beads. I'm trying to get through that seed bead there, but I don't know if it's going to let me because the other one's pushing it. There it goes. Okay. So just like that, going through all of those beads. Pull this thread tight, pull this thread tight. Pull both. Okay, and that's what we have. Now I'm going to turn this around. Actually, I have to work on this side because I'm right-handed, but I'm going in this direction. So I'm going to tie a knot right here in front of the Diamondduo. I'm going to go underneath, just like this. Make a loop and pass through the loop twice. Once and twice. Oops, I didn't tie it. I'm going to go like this. Okay, and then I'm going to let my knot fall right in front of the Diamondduo. Pull it tight, and then pass the thread through the Diamondduo. And I'll also go through that seed bead. Okay, Okay, so I'm going through 3 beads. I think my needle's trying to pierce that knot. Oh, maybe not. There it is. Alright. Okay. So going through here. Now I'm going to tie another knot and go through this Diamondduo, and I think I'll tie another knot here. My thread is very short right now, so I'm going to be, after these beads, I'm going to tie a knot right here. Okay, go through these. I'll tie a knot and then go through there. Come out here, tie a knot, go through there, and I'll have to go to the back side of this so I can see better what I'm doing and so I don't skip over the novette bead. And then once I get done tying knots to this side, passing through, using up as much of the tail as I can, I'll take the needle off, put it on this side, and I'll do the same exact thing over here. So that's it. This is the bracelet. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's really cool. I love the colors. When I started working with the beads in the box, I really wanted to do the Diamondduo beads. And I realized how well these went with them, but they had such big holes that I realized I had to fill the holes. So I put the 11 seed beads inside of them, and it worked out great. So I'm really happy that I did it this way, because I think it looks really unique. The colors are incredible, and yeah, it turned out pretty cool. So I have to finish tying my knots and I will be all done. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And remember, I will have links for all of these beads down there in the description bar below the video. Just click show more and you will see everything. This is it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure that you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. And check me out on my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.